Hello everybody and welcome back to what is probably the least interesting vlog series on YouTube. That's actually probably not true. I know there are a lot of much more boring people on here. But you know, everyone has room for improvement, and I think anybody who's not very good at YouTube yet has all the opportunity in the world to actually get better, you know. I'm sure none of the super famous, in fact, I know none of the super famous YouTubers today started out perfect. I know if you go back and look at some of their old videos, you'll think, oh my god, what is this kid doing? Oi, the cramp! So I'm going to try not to make any references to yesterday's vlogs, considering neither of them are yet uploaded, and all three of these videos are probably going to be uploaded at the same time, and they probably won't be finished until tomorrow morning because my computer and internet are that slow. So yesterday I had a thought, and that thought was, you know, my vlogs are usually super off topic. They go in every single direction. They swirl here, there. It's like an octopus. I have a bunch of subjects on each tentacle, and then I just kind of pick them at random, and then I throw them back out there, and I go back to other ones, and it doesn't have a coherent structure. So I thought maybe I could start doing some sort of script. Now, I don't necessarily like the idea of using a script for a vlog because I feel like it takes some of that realism and some of that personality out of it. But at the same time, I am still the person writing it, so maybe it doesn't. I feel like maybe I should give it a try once or twice in the next couple vlogs and just see how doing some sort of script works out. Oh shoot, I forgot to go to the store and get more peppermint tea today. I'm gonna have to go and do that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting hit pretty hard with exhaustion, and even a 4-hour shift is almost too much for me right now. I have not even tried working a double since I started getting symptoms. The first double I have is actually Friday, and I am not looking forward to it. So for those who don't know, a double is basically when they schedule you one shift, like a morning shift, and then they schedule you a second shift in the second half of the day instead of just scheduling you one long shift with a lunch break. I'm not sure exactly why this is how some jobs do it, but it is how it works where I work. It could be just a restaurant thing because it wasn't like that when I worked in retail, but I'm not sure. I've only had the 2 jobs, so I don't have a whole lot to go off of. I just realized that I do not miss having the sides of my head shaved. I mean, I liked it when I had it, and I liked the way it looked. It was comfortable, it was cool in the summer, but now that I'm actually getting some, like, length going on, I really don't miss having short hair. I did for a little while just because it took some getting used to having to deal with it, but other than that, I can say I don't miss it. I really like the long hair, and I'm really grateful that my boyfriend talked me into growing it. Wow, that was off topic. See, this is why I'm thinking about a script. I am desperately trying to get more comfortable at this because I cannot seem to get out of the habit of talking with my teeth closed. I seriously cannot figure out how I'm doing it, and I'm unaware I'm doing it when it's happening, and no matter how hard I try to stop doing it, I go back and look at the recording while I'm editing, and I realize that half the vlog have my teeth closed like that. Half the vlog has my teeth closed like that. Yes. I also know it's super cliche to have a bunch of jump cuts in my vlogs like I do, but I assure you, the only reason I do it is because I have to. If I didn't chop out as much as I do, you would have long drawn out silences, and I mean like 2 to 3 minute silences between each line. And that is just because it takes me that long to figure out what the next thing I'm going to say is. Even if I did go with the script, it would still be cut like that simply because there's no way I'm going to memorize an entire vlog script within a day or so in order to rehearse it in front of the camera. And I would have to go back, look at a line, read it, and then look up and say the line, and then I would have to go back and read the next one again, and I wouldn't want half the vlog to be me looking down at a piece of paper and reading it, because I feel like that would just be awkward. I have also noticed that I have a very bad habit of recording something, say a gameplay, and then leaving it for months, forgetting about it, and never actually editing or uploading it. Or I get to the point where I edit it and I still never upload it because I leave it on the computer for months and forget it's there. By the time I find it, I've since learned to hate it. I personally feel like vlogging could be considered a form of art, and as a form of art, it's natural for us artists to hate our own work, at least for a time. Since I've never liked the way I look on camera or sound in recordings, it's really easy for me to completely despise a video I've done if I don't make myself edit and upload it right away. And that holds true for vlogs and gameplays and probably any other video I decide to do. Oh my god, if I ever decide to do a song cover, I better force myself to upload that shit right away, because if I leave it sitting for even a couple hours, I will never let it see the internet. It won't happen. I do think I am going to do what I started my YouTube for in the first place and actually put out a couple song covers eventually though, so that should be cool. I really want to get into playing cello again and then make my own cello iterations of other songs, you know, kind of like Apocalyptica used to do with the Metallica songs, and do that kind of cover as well. I don't know why, but for a long time the cello has just been my favorite instrument. It just sounds so beautiful and I love to play it. It's so much fun. It feels amazing. There's something about it that I just can't describe, and it's the feeling I get can only be matched by when I'm singing. Oh my god, road rage story. So I don't know about the driving laws everywhere else, but at least here, when there's not like a light or a stop sign on the other side of the road or anything, and you're going in to make a left turn, you have to wait for a window in the oncoming traffic on the other side of the road before you can go. And that oncoming traffic is not supposed to stop for you or for any reason at all. They're supposed to keep going because that's just how driving works. The person turning is the one who's supposed to stop and caution and wait for the window. So I have this, it's one of the medium-sized roads in my town. It was crossing this way, and I was on my bike coming towards it at like a T, the intersecting road, and I stopped to wait for a window in the traffic. And then this other person coming from my right comes in and stops to take a left turn, and they stop to wait for their window. Now, instead of getting that window, the oncoming traffic from my left side, okay, so the guy coming on from my left side decides he's going to stop in the middle of the road and halt oncoming traffic, which you're not supposed to do because you're not the one turning, and wave the turning person to go. And me and this person turning are just looking at each other like, oh my god, this guy's an idiot. So we both sit there for a minute, and this guy will not go. He's just keeping the oncoming traffic stopped there, and he won't go. And eventually, I wave this guy to keep going, and the person wanting to turn waves this guy to keep going instead of turning, because as far as accidents and laws go, if they were to turn and an accident were to happen, it would have been their fault because the oncoming traffic was the person who hit them, and that's just how it works. But yeah, both of us waved this guy to go, and he just looked at us and he was like, no, you gotta turn, this is what we gotta do, and we're just like, no. So eventually this person turned, and I didn't go because I wasn't about to get in trouble for that. And you know, I mean, he didn't wait for me, he just waited for the turning person, but still, it was like, dude, you're not supposed to hold up traffic like that to let somebody turn. They need to wait for a window. And we were both just looking at him, and baffled that this guy was like stopping, because that's not how that works. I looked down and my timer magically went from 6 minutes to 17, so I'm gonna cut that here. You guys have a good night, and I will talk to you maybe tomorrow, probably Saturday, and I will definitely keep you posted when I go in for that appointment next Tuesday, or the Tuesday after next as well. So you guys have a good night.